Hey everybody, this is Unit 3, Formative 1, X and Y intercepts. Alright, so when we're talking about an x-intercept of a graph, we're talking about where the line crosses the x-axis, or in other words, the horizontal axis. Okay, when we're talking about the y-intercept, we're talking about where the line crosses the y-intercept, or the y-axis, or in other words, the vertical axis. Okay, so on this first graph here, the x-intercept would be just at 2, 0, because it crosses the x-axis at that place. So 2, 0 would be your x-intercept. The y-intercept then is going to be this point right here, 0, 5, because that's where it crosses the y-axis at. Okay, the x-intercept is always going to start with a number and end with 0, so 2, 0, because it's over 2 and up and down 0. The y-intercept is always going to start with 0 and then be some number, because you go left and right 0 and then up or down 5. Okay, the slope for this line then, we can actually start at the y-intercept. So use this point and this point right here. You're not always going to be able to use the x and y-intercept to be able to find the slope. But so in this case we go down 5, so -5, and we go right 2, so +2. So your slope is -5/2. Remember, slope is written as a fraction. It is not a point. X and y intercept are both a point. Okay, here is another example. Okay, x-intercept would be right about here. Okay, and that's going to be between -1 and -2, so we'll say -1.5, 0. Your y-intercept is right here, so we go left or right 0, but then we go up 5, so 0, 5, so actually the same place as the last graph. And then we want to find our slope. So our y-intercept is a nice point here, it's on 5, but our x-intercept we can't use, so let's use this point right here. So this point right here is a good point to use because it's in the corner of two boxes again. Same thing with this one. So when we find our slope, we're going to start at our left-hand point. We're going to go up 3, so +3, and right 1, so +1. So our slope is 3/1. All right, in this case, our line actually is going to cross right here in the origin. Okay, so our x-axis is this line, our y-axis is this line. So if we notice, our line actually crosses in the same spot of both these axes, and it's actually at 0. So our x-intercept is 0, and so is our y-intercept in this case. Okay, our slope then, we actually have points lined up for us. Remember, we only need to use like 2 points, so let's use this one and this one here. It doesn't matter which 2 you pick, but we're going to go up 3, so +3, right 1, so +1, and our slope is 3/1. And actually, we should have written our x-intercept as 0, 0, and 0, 0 for our y-intercept as well. All right, did you know that elephants are the only mammals that can't jump? All right, and we have 2 last examples here. Slope should be pretty easy for this one by now. Okay, remember we're on a flat line, so how much fun are we having sledding? Well, we're having 0 fun, so our slope is 0. Okay, x-intercept. In this case, our x-axis, remember, is this line right here. So does it ever cross this line? Well, no, so our x-intercept is actually none. Okay, and then our y-intercept is going to cross right here. Well, notice how each hash mark is 10, so this is actually the point 0, 20, where it's going to cross right there. Okay. All right, and then our last example here. Once again, what's going to happen to your body if you sled off of a cliff? It's going to be undefined, so your slope is undefined for this one. Okay, and in this case, your y-axis is right here, and does your line ever cross your y-axis? Well, no, so your y-intercept in this case is going to be none. Your x-intercept then is between 1 and 2 right here, so that would be the point 1.5 comma 0. All right, and that is how you find x and y intercept of a graph. We will see you later. Make sure you took notes on the video.